Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quintet here on Game Nights. I'm your host and your Dungeon Master, Van, and we're here to play, you guessed it, some goddamn Dungeons and Dragons. Very excited to be back here with all of my wonderful friends this morning. Before we get started, I got some links in the chat over there for you, everybody. You can follow us on our social medias, which mostly consists of our new Mastodon right now, which I keep forgetting to post on, but it's there. I'll remember one of these days. But we do have a Mastodon now. We've officially moved away from whatever that other bullshit is that I refuse to name because I don't even remember what it's called anymore. Get us, mastodon.social/@GameNights, game with 2 G's and Nights with a K. We also have a YouTube channel where you can watch basically everything we've ever made, and a lot of it's good. So go hang out over there if you need something fun to occupy your time, and then come hang out with us on Discord. That's where a lot of us are a lot of the time. We got a Discord. We post a lot of fun stuff. And you can also find our streaming schedule pinned there, as well as down below our faces if you're live with us on Twitch this morning. We stream several days a week, including twice on Saturdays this morning, and then this evening for its finale, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's finale, right? This is it, baby. The last episode of Saturday Night's Ward 47. The season and series finale. So come hang out with us this afternoon for that. I don't think I have any fun announcements. That's our next live stream after this, and then we've got other streams throughout the week. We've also got a store that I've linked in the chat for you where you can buy fun things to influence this game specifically. We've got Name an NPC. You can also help our wonderful characters here with inspiration and recharging abilities and a little bit of healing, and also everybody's favorite, the loot drop. So if you want to be the one to get the loot drop this week, you'd better do it now, motherfuckers. It's there waiting for you. That's all I have to say.
And there we go.
There it goes.
Hey! Was it Alex? Alex usually gets to it if it's early. Yep, thanks, Alex. It's me, I'm the motherfucker who did it now. Thank you. Everyone is going to be so pleased when they inevitably roll on the biggest table again. We'll get to that once we start. I am going to shut up for a second and try to find my notes amidst all of the tabs I have open, and let my wonderful, wonderful BFFs here introduce themselves, tell you who they are, where you can find them on the internet, and who they are playing today. And the order is all out of whack, so I'm going to pay attention to intros this time, because first up, it's Val.
What? Hi. Hello. Hi. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown looking around the internet. Here Thursdays through Mondays playing running games like Van said. I'll be running our session of our finale of Ward 47 this afternoon. Very excited to wrap up this lovely story. And if you missed last session, they've got quite a plan going into this finale. So we're going to see how it all shakes out. And then starting next week, I'll go ahead and plug it too, because we talked about it last time. We're going to do our next season, just starting up next Saturday. Same time, same place, playing Blades in the Dark, calling it Hearts of Stone. That'll be same 5 o'clock Eastern time over on Saturday. Cats are yelling. Anyway. Today, I'm replaying Law Justicia, who is the Wizofficer.
Thank you, Val. Next up is Wally.
Sup, y'all? It's me, Wally, your favorite non-binary sign best friend on the internet. You can find me over on Blue Sky, because I'm not using that other thing anymore. I don't like it. I don't like change, and I don't like the logo. It bothers me. Every time it pops in the notification, it looks like I missed a phone call, and I don't like that. Anyway, yes, you can find me over there, just at WALE132, like a cute little Disney robot, where I'm doing the same thing that I usually do, talk about my brain and what's on it. You can find me here as GGK regular, Thursdays through Mondays, playing in all the games that everyone has mentioned already. Fun times all around. But today I am playing Damian, the dragon monk who is powered by anime and dragons.
Thank you, Wally. Next up is Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel Elizabeth here on Twitch, where I haven't been streaming recently because I play D&D on the internet with my friends 3 times a week. I am here on Saturdays. I'm on Reversion's YouTube channel on Thursdays, and on Sunday, I'm on LB Hackbuff's channel. We'll be wrapping that game up shortly, and then I will be running the Alien RPG for 4 to 6 sessions for my friends. I will probably do a session 0 first, which will be very chill, figuring things out, figuring out what everybody's playing, learning the game a little bit. And then we're going to hop into scary things in space. It'll be fun. I am looking forward to creating some spooky suspense in space for my friends. And I am on other socials, including Zuckerberg and Elon's dumpster fires, but I don't really use them very much recently. I also have Mastodon. That's Rachel Elizabeth, and I haven't gotten on Blue Sky yet. But the dumpster fire ones are Rachel Elizabeth with a Z in the middle instead of an S. And today I am playing Sereia Vale, the Circle of Wildfire Druid, Water Genasi.
Thank you, Rachel. Next up is Rob.
Hey, that's me. Whoa. I'm Rob, or bonus stage Rob, or bonus underscore stage underscore Rob. Cool bisexual vacation father. Or dad, if you're feeling informal. I am across social media that I like literally don't use, so you just find me, whatever. Say hey, maybe I'll see it. Bonus stage Rob on most platforms, bonus underscore stage underscore Rob on a couple of the other ones. Just figure it out. You're a big person. I play D&D here every Saturday, and that's the most I've been doing lately. I have another one shot coming up on the Monty Hall in the near future. I'm not 100% sure when. It's beginning of September, I think. So I'll let you know when I know. But today I am playing Willoughby Wanderfoot, first year. A Aladdin. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Aladdin / fighter / good boy.
That's good, and I like it.
Yeah, that was just me flubbing words.
Sometimes the good ideas just force their way through.
The good ideas just like come out like word vomit. It's amazing. Are we saying something that happened last session? I zoned out. Are we doing that?
No, I forgot. You can if you want.
Okay, well, frick you, audience. You gotta figure it out yourself.
Thanks,
me.
Rob.
I'm sorry.
And finally, this week, who usually goes first, I think, we have Sid.
All topsy-turvy. Hey, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the internets. Well, no, honestly, you can't really find me on the internets much. I don't exist. Yeah, I'm at Greek Sid. I am here Thursdays through Mondays playing games. Our Thursday game is going on a little bit of a hiatus, but hopefully we'll be back soon. Otherwise, I'm playing in a lot of the games that have been mentioned already. Today, I am playing Giselle Wintersuite. Giselle is our Tabaxi Warlock / Rogue.
Hell yeah, thank you, Sid. Should we play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Let's play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
So, last time on the Queer Chronicles of Strixhaven Quintet, after finishing up any conversations you wanted to have with Nib, the blindfolded old man in the cave who is spinning gold into wonderful prizes for anyone who happened to come by, which was you guys. You made your way through the forests of Thither. Took a little bit of a detour to the Wayward Pool, which would not let you near it no matter what you tried, and then in a fit of frustration decided, never mind, we'll do what we said we were going to do in the first place, and continued on to Little Oak, where you met Will of the Feywild and the Getaway Gang, currently made up of 3 other children who had been whisked away to the Feywilds that Will had saved from Granny Nightshade and her horrible toy shop / treehouse. And yeah, that's the gist of it. You guys talked over your options. You met Squirt, the little sentient oil can / guide, who's currently sitting in Giselle's purse. Had a few heart-to-hearts about friendship, and saw Will's true form, that of an Oni who had a magical change of heart and is now hell-bent on saving all of the children that he put in danger in the first place, but did not get off too easy, did not get off without a warning from Willoughby Wanderfoot first year about the safety of the kids and his friends. So, you guys made several plans, and I would love to know which one you're actually going to execute on this fine day in the Feywild.
All right.
we
Well,
can't
I
miss
rigged
out
up
on
a
Chucklehead.
dartboard.
Yes.
Just Willoughby wheels out the murder board.
All right. What's at least the first step in the plan? I don't want to belabor the point, but
I say what we do is we just jump into it, and if there's anything we haven't figured out, we just do a flashback. And
this
make
is not
that
Blades in the
work.
Dark.
Damn it.
Well, we said we should go. We have to meet Chucklehead, the goblin, anyway, first to see if we can even get an audience. And if we can't get an audience,
Yeah, we're going to approach Chucklehead. Were we doing the thing where we have Will with us and we're like, hey, we're turning in Will?
I think that was kind of the plan. We were going to bring Will with us as a...
Or did we decide that was too similar to our last plan?
It is exactly...
And word's going to
the
start
last-
getting around.
It's exactly like the last plan. I mean, I
I don't think communication between these places is like, lightning fast or anything. So
And the
like, who's gonna tell her?
It, you know?
Or we pose as a repair service and we drive up in our truck. We get some coveralls.
We have a truck?
we could pose as children looking for work.
I could make us a truck. No, I think we keep it simple. Last one got a little away from us.
They usually do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna head to Loomlurch, to the Goblin Market, try to talk to Chucklehead and see if you can get an audience with Granny Nightshade. Is
Yes.
Will going with you?
I think that's our biggest leverage. Can Will turn into someone else temporarily and look like someone different, or can only look like Will?
No, he can look like Will.
Or an Oni.
I feel like
He's
you
got the
will
one
also.
disguise.
The one disguise, which is not much of a disguise.
I can cast invisibility on him,
True.
but I don't know if that is going to help in the long run.
Also,
Don't waste the
last
spell
time
slot.
did-
We can protect him.
Let's just Chewbacca him. We'll just
Yeah.
put some fake manacles on him.
You keep saying that word and I don't know what it means.
Chewbacca is the character in a very long series of plays in Kaladesh.
I thought that was some sort of bogus legal defense. Y'all
All
don't
right.
remember the Chewbacca defense?
I do. I
No.
just in game.
I have no
I
idea what
just-
you're talking
Am I
about.
just really
I
old?
do.
So I was about to
No,
say,
yeah,
I
wait.
feel so
That-
bad
no, that's
about
a thing.
it. That is a thing.
I'm just
yeah.
old.
I went to law
Forget it.
school and I don't know what you're
No,
talking
the
about.
Chewbacca
What?
defense is
Oh.
from South Park. It's a
That's
joke
from South Park.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
funny.
I was like, wait,
It's-
no,
it's
I-
the-
You, I
so
have friends who are lawyers that make that joke all the time.
All the
I'm not
time.
old.
That's why I'm not
You're
a
not
lawyer, I
old at all.
guess. That's why I failed at being a lawyer.
That's
Said
why.
I went to
If you,
school, I
you
said
don't know the
Sam
most
is-
important law
The
defense,
The
the
last question on
Chewbacca
your bar
defense.
exam was, "What's the Chewbacca defense?" You were like, "What?"
And I said, fuck me, I guess.
It's an auto. It's an auto fail.
Sweating.
Oh my
I've never
gosh.
heard of that, and that's extremely funny.
It's the
Oh,
greatest. It's the best.
yeah.
I'll
South Park
find
thing
it.
ever.
It's stupid. And the people that I know that are lawyers like say that so and so used the Chewbacca defense, which means they
Alright,
just
everybody-
use something stupid and nonsensical.
I love that.
We're gonna
actually.
take a quick break.
Go watch
we'll
an
be
episode of
back.
South Park.
To watch a YouTube.
We're
I'll,
gonna-
I'll
we're gonna
find it. I'll
live
post
stream
it
that
in the
episode of South
chat.
Park.
We're gonna find the link. We'll put the link
See
in
how
the chat.
quickly
We're
a
all
D&D
gonna sync
stream
it
can
up
get taken
together,
down.
and we're just gonna sit here in silence for like a couple minutes while we all watch this.
Yeah, we
have
can't
to
legally
know.
stream it, but there's nothing against streaming us.
Yeah, you
We can react.
Chad
to
gets
it.
it. Chewbacca is a Wookiee. That doesn't make sense.
Makes sense.
See, there you go.
Oh
Sita
gosh.
gets it. Thank you, Sita. If I don't know anyone got my back, I know Sita got my
That does
back.
not make sense. Oh, so funny. Anyway.
What are we doing?
Anyway, I guess we're
Chewbacca.
watching South Park.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
We're
Yeah,
doing
so
can I
Chewbacca
just rig up
That's
defense.
really
some
funny.
fake manacles or something for
Yeah. yeah, you can do that. They have all kinds of junk laying around.
I'll just craft some like breakaway manacles for Will. Like they'll look like they're clasped on his wrists, but like there's a weak point on the chain or something. We'll just
Okay.
snap
Soraya's
it
like
with a
digging
little
around in her
pressure.
bag. I can't find mine.
Oh, the fuzzy ones.
No, the
I
ones
think
with the
we used
leather
those
straps.
before. Oh, got the.
Must have left them at home.
Did we have a bit in this game where he had fuzzy manacles, or is that a different game? That
It
That's a
wasn't-
different
It was not
game.
this game at all.
We haven't
That's-
gotten there yet.
That's definitely happened.
That was Grandpa. That was RJ's grandpa.
Oh, that's right. That was our just grandpa
Oh.
on Saturdays.
That was Star Power.
That was Star Power.
or just character's grandpa. I may have some fuzzy handcuffs
Handcuffs.
that can't. That
They were a magic
suppressed
item.
that suppressed
Powers,
stand
yeah.
They were
yeah.
they were like what are they like in The Witcher, like the Dimeridium
Yeah.
Mhm.
jackals with
Yeah.
their
They
fuzzy.
were pink and fuzzy and
Cool,
Marcus'
yeah.
grandpa
I'm gonna
had
put
them.
that on the loot drop table.
That was before his grandpa was a
Christmas.
cat.
Yeah, that was before Grandpa.
And
was
if you have no idea what they're talking
That
about,
show was
watch
fucking
GGK.
nuts.
Go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can watch the whole
Too.
thing.
Excellent. What an excellent transition you guys have done. All right. So you're getting ready.
Oh, I guess I'm moving through the loot pile or the
And,
the scrap pile, just looking,
just looking
for
for stuff. Yeah. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. That's pretty simple. You can build you build an entire engine to put on a hot air balloon. I think you can handle making a weak link in a chain.
Yeah. I
Uh,
might just do that on my own.
yeah. While
just
you
him.
are working on that, oh, I lost the kids' names. Sorry, that's what I'm looking for. Zenor, the young orc girl, kind of pops down out of the treehouse, and she's carrying something. Says, "Before you go, I thought this might be helpful. We found it, and let's roll on the loot table."
Oh, snap.
Somebody roll me a D10.
Who's got it?
No, I don't have dice.
Rob's
on
looking
me.
around.
You didn't give
I
me
got it.
any dice.
You got it? Go for it.
No, you got it.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Come on, big nine.
4.
Damn.
4. It's still good. What are you talking
Damn.
about?
Anything below an 8 at this point, I'm like,
If you guys start
worthless.
complaining about this mechanic, I will take it away.
No,
Look,
No,
I got
Dad,
a boomerang.
no.
I got a boomerang out of it. I don't need anything.
don't take it away, Dad.
All right, no, I won't take it away because most of you appreciate what you have.
if I could ruin things
Sid,
for
roll me a
everyone,
D100.
there wouldn't be any
Okay.
streams on this channel.
No, it's impossible for you to ruin anything that I do.
69.
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Nice,
Hey,
nice,
that's
nice.
the
That's a
weed
double loot
number.
drop, right?
That's the weed number.
All right, you know what? 69 is a double loot drop. Roll again.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wait, so do we start at the beginning or is this on the same?
No,
table?
same table.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not totally insane.
84.
You guys also roll on this table a lot, and I think you've got
Oh,
and
shit.
you've gotten this one
84.
before.
That's the sex number.
That's also the
That's
weed-
awesome.
that's also the weed
She,
number, right?
that's not a weed number. No, 84 is the cocaine number.
God.
Wait, no.
No, okay.
Whoa.
So, she hands over to you, Giselle, I guess, since you rolled, 2 potions. 2 potions. One of them you recognize because you've gotten this at least once before. It's a clear liquid that has little kind of cloudy white impurities floating to the top. It's a potion of flying.
Oh, we still have that.
You have
Now we
another
have
one.
two.
You have two now. The other one is it looks similar to what you sort of know, that like deep red of like a healing potion. It's got this sort of crimson like liquid, but in the center of it there is this dull light that kind of pulses like a heartbeat. I'm assuming that these are going to get identified, so I'm just going to tell them. This is a
Lord,
potion. This is a potion of vitality.
Ooh.
So when you drink a potion of vitality, it removes any exhaustion, all levels of exhaustion that you have. It will cure any disease or poison affecting you, and for 24 hours, anytime you spend hit dice, you regain the maximum number of hit points.
Oh, hell yeah.
Magical monster drink.
So yeah, potion of vitality. I'll post these. You guys have the potion of flying. I feel like you know what it does at this point.
I have
had,
I
like-
have all three of these
Yeah.
potions now.
Okay.
They've been in my bag.
All right, there's the vitality. So yeah, she hands those over. I just thought they might help.
Thanks, Z.
It's very helpful.
Yes. Thank you.
That does remind me, I should probably use some of the others at some point before they hit their expiration date.
They have
Yeah,
expiration dates?
Giselle, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. There's not like a ton of room for me when I take a nap in your bag anymore, and I keep hitting my head on the potion.
Just potion.
Oh, I'm
bottles
sorry.
everywhere.
Is there any part of our plan here that means someone flies? I mean, I could just pop this one right now.
Well, I think the only person who can't fly is you, right?
I have a spell that can make up to, how many am I at now? 3 of us fly.
Okay.
But I don't know if we want to give, but also that takes some focusing on my part. So
Well, I've got 2 of these, and they last for an hour,
And I got 2 of these.
and those last forever.
Yeah.
well, I guess since we can't fly on, I guess Sereia, you can turn into a bird or something.
Yep.
Damian, you just sort of fly somehow.
Anime.
Is that
I guess
true?
Yeah, I can fly. I can fly pretty well.
I
I
didn't
can't
know that.
explain how it happens. I can just do
I'm trying to
it.
remember if you guys have seen Damian fly.
We have,
have.
yeah.
But nobody knows how it happens.
No.
The dragon.
Just sort of happens.
Anime.
I guess Giselle, each you and I hang on to one, and that way I don't have to like concentrate on a fly spell.
Wait a minute. Was this just a big elaborate scheme for me to give you something?
No, I'm not. Even
How
the one
about
that
I
brought
keep
it
it
up, that
in
was
my
Willoughby.
bag until you need it?
Well, how am I supposed to drink it if it's in your bag?
You've drank things out of my bag all the time. Like, do you remember the parties we've been to?
Okay, if we're assuming this is going to be like a party, sure.
Well, I mean, if you just want to have it, fine. Here.
I'm just trying to make room for Willoughby. Apparently, Willoughby's comfort in your bag isn't paramount to you anymore. So,
Look, Willoughby and I will have a conversation about the comfort level of my purse, okay? Are you in my purse? No, tell me. No, are you in my purse?
You want to come over? I got
no, and
snacks.
that's sort of the whole point. I'm not in your purse, and I don't want to be in your purse. So,
Okay, then. So if you don't want to be in my purse, then do you need to be dictating the strictures of what is inside my purse?
I'm not really sure what you're getting at right now, Giselle. But you
Okay,
know,
then. So Willoughby and I will have this conversation over here about Willoughby's comfort level in my purse, okay?
well, all right, if that's what you're going to do.
Oh,
Willoughby, you have
sto
games-
lì,
you have
per
games
dire,
inside of your purse?
me
If
a
you have
monti
games inside of
pano
your
che
purse, I
so
want to hang out of your purse.
There's a voice from inside Giselle's purse like, "Can you guys shut the fuck up, please?"
Oh shit! I forgot they were in there.
Look, smart.
Shit.
We'll talk later, okay?
No.
What the hell is
I
wrong
broke
with you
character.
guys?
No.
Sometimes they do this.
It's the oil can in Giselle's purse. Jesus.
Well, now that that's settled,
Is it? I don't even really remember why we were doing that.
For your
Oh,
stupid
thank you.
potion, here, take it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
let's all take a deep cleansing breath. Willoughby, you're supposed to exhale.
Giselle takes out a pipe and starts smoking it.
Okay.
I don't think, you know what? I'm just gonna let her have that.
Will is just sort of down here like, so, are we doing this or
Yes, we're
what's-
doing
Yeah.
this.
Yep, we
what's
are
going
doing
on?
this. We're gonna pretend you are our prisoner with some fake manacles, and we're gonna walk you up into the town.
Right.
Now, do we still think it might be a good idea for me to fly ahead and try to
Be seen?
be the
So you
first
can't be
thing that
seen?
she sees?
I think that's a really good idea. I think we should definitely capitalize on this.
You're gonna
Okay.
have to find a way in.
She doesn't have like a bedroom window or something so she can greet the morning sun?
Eh.
And
Can
then
she not
never
see the
see
sun?
it.
Well, I'm not sure if the sun counts as a creature, but
Sun,
I
are you a
Didn't mean it, Mr.
creature?
Sun.
I wouldn't call Loomlurch the sunshine and rainbows sort of place.
I'm sort of assuming with the moniker like Granny Nightshade, probably picturesque scenic views aren't really her thing.
No, I think she does have a window though. There are windows in Loomlurch.
But
Okay.
not a bedroom window?
Why do you guys keep asking me this, and I keep telling you I have not been in her bedroom.
Well, let's go just talk to Chucklefuck
I
or
was
whatever his
I
name
was a
and
prisoner
then-
there, you know, like imprisoned.
Fuck.
They're not laughing about you being in prison. That's terrible.
No,
it's a loss
I'm
in
sorry.
chapel fact.
I know what they're laughing about.
Okay. Just making sure. Sometimes
There are
I lose
children
track.
here.
Oh, but they're all like over 18 at heart. So,
They haven't been here that long.
uh,
That are just
Oops.
really surly.
does anyone have a problem with profanity? Earmuffs.
It's just a chorus from the treehouse. No.
All right.
His squirt from the purse. No.
So we talk to Chucklefuck and then figure out how to get into her house.
Yeah, all right. It's your plan. Almost along for the ride.
Oh, guys, I know we don't have to do it right now, but I would like, if we can later on, go a little bit of an excursion into the woods.
Okay.
A different
Why?
woods.
Oh, why? Oh, well, because there might be something out there that could help us, or maybe I'm just trying to satisfy my own curiosity. But there's this thing.
Is this about the big footprint again?
Yeah, it's about the big footprint.
I'm in.
Ooh, investigation.
Yeah, I mean, look, we don't have to do it now or anything, because I know we're on a schedule. But I was hoping we can do it later, or I can go alone if it's okay, because I mean, this is my thing.
No.
You're not going into the forest alone to look for something with a footprint that big.
I mean, I've done it before, but okay.
Yeah, but that's what you got friends for.
Oh, well, thanks.
Yeah, they haven't let me wander into the woods alone in a very long time. So I would assume that, now that you're part of our group, that same rule applies to you.
Yeah, we have a strict no wandering off into the woods alone policy ever since, well, just about every bog encounter we had at Strixhaven.
It's pretty much number one in our code of conduct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, like I said, we don't gotta do it now. I just would like to do it.
Okie dokie.
All right.
All right.
Take some Granny Nightshade ass and then go wandering in the woods to find whatever made the giant footprint.
All right.
Cool.
So you've gotten up at the break of dawn, extremely early, to make your way back through the woods of thither towards Loomlurch. Do. You do so, I imagine there's some conversation and such along the way. And as you approach, Sereia, you noticed this before, but as you get closer and closer to where, and will lead you to, sort of off the beaten path a little bit. As you get closer and closer to Loomlurch, it gets darker. You lose sight of the sun eventually, and everything is kind of like draped in shadows, and all of the trees and the plants and everything start to get that sort of like gray pallor to them. Everything just looks dead. It's very quiet out here. There's very little, if any, sound of wildlife or anything like that. It's an extremely gloomy place. Yeah, and as you approach, Will is like, all right, we're in the vicinity, as you can tell. And he kind of points through a copse of trees. So the Goblin Market is that way. That's where you're gonna find Chucklehead. He's kind of the muscle of the operation, watches over everybody, makes sure nobody's, messing around, causing trouble. I think you'll know him when you see him, though.
So a really buff goblin?
There's a little more to him than that, but if you can get on his good side, he'll get you in.
With a name like Chucklehead, do we have to bring like a really funny joke?
Oh, I am ready for that.
I don't know that he's much of a jokester these days.
But you're saying there's potential.
Yeah, sure. So, you ready to do this?
Yep.
All right. He holds out his hands. I imagine you haven't had him manacled this entire time.
Oh no. Yeah. Go
Uh,
and fit him with those.
holds out his hands and puts on manacles. Says, "Good luck. I'll try to keep my mouth shut."
Who's going to do the talking here?
I can, I suppose. So we're trying to get an in to take our prisoner up to see Granny Nightshade.
Seems to be the idea. Or at least
Okay.
schedule an audience with her sometime soon, and then so we can have leave to kind of skulk around.
Cool. Okay.
I will cast enhance ability on Giselle.
Okay.
As soon as they go to cast a spell, what are you doing?
Casting a spell on you.
What is it?
This to make you talk better.
Do I believe them?
I imagine so.
Okay.
Distrustful. Boo.
Gee, I wonder why.
We've never done anything.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of your actions.
Yeah, Giselle. Eagle Splendor. So
Advantage
charisma
on
checks.
charisma checks for Giselle. That is a dangerous thing you have just done.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Giselle became the new BBEG.
Dangerous. Okay.
BBEG.
You could have
It's-
advantage
it's-
on charisma checks. Would you?
It's gotten so far away from sounding like Marobiba at this point.
It's like the Benedict Cumberbatch thing.
Yeah.
Which is like you say
Bulbasaur
any.
Butterfree.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you're available.
All right.
Uh,
So, and Willoughby, are you splitting off now or
think
later
I
or at all?
should at this point, or
Let's
because we
wait.
got to figure out.
let's wait
Wait.
because the plan we'll get in good with this guy and then use
Yeah.
those good graces an opportunity to skulk around and help the kids and stuff.
Yeah. Also, I came up with like a couple of jokes.
Oh, all
What
right.
you got?
I mean, workshop it.
I don't want to spoil them now.
But you gotta workshop
okay.
it so at least they come off. At least one of them comes off ready to go.
I'm going
Okay.
to
Do you want me to like prompt you on like a good opportunity?
Yeah. Like, give me the high sign and I'll let her rip.
Okay.
Is this like observation kind of joke or like a storytelling kind of thing?
No, I don't think so. Just kind of like a couple of like one-liners.
I know
That's
one
good,
joke.
yeah.
I
What's
don't
that?
know if they get it.
Go ahead.
Why does the ocean roar?
I don't know. Why does the ocean roar?
Well, you'd roar too if you had crabs on your bottom.
Ah,
That's
Dad
pretty
told me
good.
that one when I was little.
That's pretty good.
That's the only joke I know.
Keep that in your back pocket. That's pretty good.
If you're only gonna know one joke, it's a pretty good one.
It's
to
a good
have.
joke to know.
For the water genasi?
That's really good. It's very good. All right. I have
For my human parents.
I posted a top-down map of Loomlurch for you all. So you're coming from ooh, my browser. Nah, come back. So you are coming from the eastern side. You can sort of compare this to the map that I gave you guys of thither. You'll see that Loomlurch is kind of like all the way to the west. So you're coming through the eastern side through those trees. You can see those little tents. There's like a blue, green, and red one. That's we'll point out sort of through the tree line. That's the Goblin Market, where those little stalls are. Outside this huge tree, which is essentially where Granny Nightshade has made her home. As you get a little bit closer, the forest is at its sort of darkest at this point, almost as if like the darkness is kind of coming off of Loomlurch. And then up ahead of you, you can see the structure itself. It is a like colossal dead oak tree. I don't know that any of you have ever seen a tree this massive. And out of the sort of fallen remains of this huge dead oak tree, there are 3 other trees that have kind of grown out of it, kind of using what nutrients it had left. They resemble towers. There are several windows all around them that kind of light up in the gloom a little bit, kind of like starlight. There are several balconies that kind of encircle them. And then on one side of the fallen tree, which you can see firelight spilling from a few little storefront windows. These little carts that have been set up as storefronts. They have windows illuminating this little clearing that's just filled with little merchant stalls. So essentially, like, what you're looking at is the base of this huge place is right this big fallen oak, and you've got 1, 2, 3 trees growing out of it, kind of like towers. Does that make sense?
Mm.
And yeah, we'll point out the Goblin Market to you, which doesn't need music this spooky.
Now, while I am concentrating on this for Giselle, I cannot listen to people's thoughts. So just bear that in mind if you'll need me. The code word is ribbit if you need to talk to me. We decided on that yesterday.
pride just turns like bright red. 1,000-yard stare for a second. Like still so embarrassed. Yep. Ribbit. Got it.
Well, I think I also have this potion of advantage. So if we think it's more important for you to be listening in, I could just take that potion and that'd still help, right?
What's the potion? I have no idea what the potion is.
Potion advantage. If you drink the
Potion
potion, you get advantage on one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw of your choice that you make in the next hour.
I guess the difference that would be that only give you on one.
On
versus
one.
This will give you on multiple in case this is more than just like, hi, take a Sagrani Nightshade. Roll. Okay.
True.
Cool with me.
But
I will
option
say-
if we think the talking might be an important thing to have.
I've already got it up. Like, I fear I can switch if I need to, if I feel like you're doing a good job, and then I can pivot over and read his thoughts.
Cool.
Okay. So you come out of the woods, Will in tow, and make your way into the goblin market. There are 3 stalls situated in this clearing, lit by windows that are carved into the giant fallen tree behind it. It's kind of casting a little bit of light over the market. There are 2 goblins in each stall, and the whole enterprise here is watched closely by a goblin who appears to be sort of quietly muttering to himself. He's a little bigger than the rest of them, a little burlier. But I think the thing about him that really stands out is that his head is a candied apple with eyes and a big mouth cut out of it. And here's my son. That's the map. I want to show you guys my favorite son. He's a goblin. No, that's toffee apple. Gonna have to
I need
open
the
it.
full backstory on how this happened to him immediately.
Let's have a drink. Tell me your whole life story.
That's
Oh
my
my
son.
god, he's
Oh
so
my
cute.
god, I love
The
that.
boy!
Oh my gosh.
That's my son. So he's a goblin with a toffee apple for a head, 2 big eyes, and sort of a mouth,
Delicious.
kind of like a sad, like carved pumpkin. Leaves coming out of the top, wearing sort of a green tunic and striped pants and kind of this very traditional, pointed toe goblin shoes. And he kind of stands, he's got his arm crossed, he's kind of standing to one side, and he looks up and he's kind of surveying the stalls and kind of keeping an eye on everyone, and then he'll continue kind of like muttering to himself off to one side. So 3 stalls, 2 goblins in each. They're all selling what looks like sort of a variety of treats and candies, and Chucklehead, the goblin, watches over his folks.
Just so I understand, like, kind of the layout here, because you did such an excellent job of describing it, but I want to make sure. So big hollowed out tree trunk is serving as like the build, like this is like one building,
Yes.
and these tents are kind of outside of it.
Yes, there's a little clearing out front, so
Okay.
with the little stalls and everything, and then behind them is sort of horizontally the huge dead tree with then
Yeah.
the 3 coming out of it.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to see on the little map, but if you can see where the 3 little tents
Yeah.
are, that right behind them are windows that light is coming out of that are on the tree trunk.
Okay. Are those windows big enough that, like, as we're approaching the tents, we can kind of see in to see kind of like what the situation is on the inside? or-
Yeah, they're pretty big. I mean, you'd have to actually walk up sort of past the stalls. So the stalls themselves are facing away, so you'd have to.
Oh, okay, that's why I was wondering if it was like
Gotcha.
just when we came through, do we see the front of the stalls?
Yes, yeah, you can see the
Okay,
front of the stalls
okay,
from where you are.
All right. Well, I'll hold off on that then.
But yeah, you could. I mean, in theory, you get a little closer, you could see through them. They're pretty big.
Oh wait, I've got Gadget. Yeah, I'm gonna send Gadget over that way. Maybe I'll wait a second, but
Okay.
And then I can spy through them through a
Okay.
window.
Yeah, so you get ready to send Gadget flying. Yeah, you guys are here. What do you want to do?
Giselle, do you have any snacks?
Excuse me, Squatter.
Yeah.
Because his head is
I've
looking really appetizing, and I don't want to be.
Do not eat his apple head.
But it looks so golden and delicious.
Take this. Take it. It's this jerky. Take it.
I have a goat heart if you get especially hungry.
Oh, thank you.
There's literally 3 stalls in front of you selling snacks. I just said that.
But the giant apple head.
We don't know what their currency is. We still haven't figured out how to pay for anything here.
And we don't need to buy
Yes, yes.
McDonald's when I brought food from home, okay? So eat the snacks.
You were literally shopping at Trinket Bauble and Charms. Anyway. So what would you like to do?
Just do it. Go talk to Chucklehead.
I got your back.
Okay.
I'm
Willoughby, you ready with those
for-
jokes?
Yeah. Oh wait, sorry, hang on.
Willoughby puts on a funny bow tie.
Okay, I'm good.
Does this spin?
Yeah.
Does Willoughby
love
look like
it.
look like an owlet? Does Willoughby
What?
look like Rowlet right now?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right. Now you make your way out into the Goblin Market. You're taking Will with you, I assume.
Can I say like if we're trying to do like guard law, will stay towards the back to like with the prisoner. I think maybe like throw a cloak over or something so that like not everybody, like we're doing prisoner stuff.
Okay. The classic prisoner bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Classic.
So Giselle and Willoughby out front. Willoughby looking like Rowlet is going to be in my brain for a very long time.
And I do lean over to as we're approaching, assuming maybe to rise towards what I say. I start getting sassy. If I'm having a really hard time not doing that every time we talk to an NPC. So just like step on my foot or something if I start talking.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Okay. And you
I
approach.
think the problem is that Law canonically refers to people that aren't his friends, their friends, as NPCs.
That's where it starts.
I think we've identified the issue.
I think we found
I
the
think we
problem.
have.
I think we found the problem.
I thought maybe Law becoming the Witchlight Monarch was the funniest option, and turns out I was right.
Law is fully disassociated. This is all a video game.
I love how like against it they were initially. No, it's just
They've
we've
just
created a
accepted
monster.
it and make it into their entire personality.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you approach somebody staying in the back with Will, Giselle, and Willoughby out front. And as you enter, a few of the goblins from the stalls kind of wave, and as they're organizing the different treats and everything that they are selling, Chucklehead kind of clocks you, kind of gives a nod and just kind of acknowledges you, so you know that he is aware of your presence and watching you. One of the goblins in the stall says, welcome to the Loom Lurch Market. Can I interest you in some treats? Classic goblin fare. Well, you're
Yeah,
a chatty bunch today.
I'm in the back.
Are you lost?
Well,
I'll-
no, we are not lost. Do you what savory meats do you have?
That's what I was waiting for.
Savory meats. Well,
At the very least, you'll need to replenish my jerky stock.
let's
Mm.
see. We mostly deal in sweets here. The blue stall down the way has several meat pies and things of that nature, if that's what you're interested in.
Oh, that sounds quite lovely. Do you have anything like candy? Some cotton candy, perhaps?
Oh, cotton candy is hard because of the moisture in the air. I have several other candy treats, though. Hard candy, jellied worms, if you like these. And he picks up a little. It literally looks like a bug encased in amber. It's like a little beetle, in like a. It looks like the little guy from Jurassic Park. He says, "These candied beetles, they're delicious, very sweet. Honey on the outside. Would you like to try one?"
I would love to try one.
Well, all right.
Pulls out their hand for a candy
He
beetle.
breaks off a little piece and hands it to you.
Oh, this is sweet. It's satisfying.
It's like crunchy honey.
Oh, how much are things here? You know, because I'm new to the area. What is the form of currency around
Well,
here?
just like everyone else, you follow the rule of reciprocity.
Oh, okay. Damian rummages through his bag and pulls out his notepad, and he makes a quick little sketch of the goblin selling the treats and hands it over. Would you like this?
Oh, that's lovely. All right, I'll trade you for a candied beetle.
Thank you. And he takes a candy beetle and
Hands you one.
shoves it into his mouth.
Roll me a
Very
D8.
guy. Oh. Okay. A 7.
Okay. Roll me a D4.
3.
Damian shrinks and is now a small creature, as if affected by the
Whoa.
reduced spell.
Whoa.
You're
Oh.
me sized.
I'm Willoughby sized. Willoughby, we can high five now.
Wee.
How long does that last?
Oh, only a minute or so.
Okay, I gotta
That's pretty
get
cool.
everything I always wanted to do done in a minute. And he scrambles up Giselle's legs and comes in and crawls into the bag.
Oh boy, a roommate. Willoughby swan dives in.
Hey, it's getting a little crowded in here, fellas.
I guess have a party.
Like a
Boom,
new
chicka
sitcom.
boom, chicka boom, boom, chicka boom, chicka boom.
I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Oh man, I can't believe you have a pinball machine in here. Wow.
If
Oh,
only I
Willoughby
had
made that.
hands.
I still have a pouch of drugs if any of you need any.
Let's save that for after. I know I'm not usually the voice of reason, but
Is Chucklehead around? Is he nearby?
Yeah, he's nearby. He just kind of wanders around, keeping an eye on things.
Gotcha.
Anything
Alright.
else I can interest you in?
Maybe these folks might, but hey, you have like 30 seconds. Get into my bag before you
Okay.
break it. This is
Crawls out of the
designer.
bag- Crawls out of the bag and hops back down. It was really nice in there, Willoughby. You got a nice setup in there. I can't believe you got a soda stream. It's just crazy in there, man.
Thanks. I'm trying to invest in an air fryer as well because Giselle doesn't really want me to use oil to fry anything because it might splash on the inside of the designer bag.
Oh no, I totally agree. I mean, especially since you set up that marble kitchen island. How long did it take you to get that one set up?
Oh
Weeks.
boy. Yeah, weeks.
like a whole house in there.
Mm-hmm.
This chat does
the
say not to mention
contractor-
the oil would make the bag smell for days.
The contractors
Days.
kept falling through, so which I'm
Right.
sorry about. Just
Well, I'm glad you're
Again.
all having such a good time. Can I
move
interest you in anything
along.
else?
No, that was funny, but thank you.
Right.
Come on. Let's go find Chucklehead.
So Chucklehead is nearby.
We
kinda
should
watching you.
as we're approaching, I should be telling one of the jokes, and that'll get me in as like the funny guy, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start walking closer. Okay, go.
All right. Oh man, that reminds me of all these like extra planar adventures that we've been having. Have you ever been to Italy? There was this like really talented Italian chef. You hear about him? He actually died.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry
he
to hear that.
passed away.
That's pretty good.
The goblins in the stall that's selling like savory stuff just started cackling
Not bad.
as you guys get close to Chucklehead. He's standing there still, arms crossed, kind of acknowledges you. Welcome to the Goblin Market. We have treats of all shapes and sizes for customers of all shapes and sizes. Don't cause any trouble or I'll beat your ass, all right? And he starts muttering to himself again.
Nah, I wouldn't think of it. Although this whole rule of reciprocity thing is kind of tricky because I sold my vacuum the other day. Yeah.
Oh no! What'd
All
you
it was
get?
doing was collecting dust.
That is pretty good.
That's pretty funny, little guy.
Yeah, thanks. I'm kind of a goofy guy.
He's such a joke, though.
Right. Can I help you with something?
Actually,
There was a fire in the shoe factory the other day. Did you hear about that?
No.
Said 10,000 souls were lost. And the police, they said some heel started it.
Now, see, that one I do understand, because I don't know what a vacuum is. That's pretty good, or I didn't realize we had hired a stand-up act for the shops here.
well, we can discuss like a potential, like contract or whatever for that later. But sort of leans in. We actually wanted to talk to you since you're sort of a person in charge around here about we might have something that Granny Nightshade might want to see, considering she's been putting up a bunch of posters about it all over the place.
Right, okay, so you want to meet with Granny Nightshade.
Yes, we've got a little something for her.
Okay.
Or a little someone.
Okay.
So, would that be possible? Like a meeting or...
Chucklehead looks at you like he has no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Pulls out one of the flyers they've been picking up.
Oh, right, the little nerd. Right. Yeah, Izzy, you got him here? Oh, yikes. Hey, all right, go easy on him, he's just a kid.
No, for sure.
Boy, okay, it's still pretty early, I'd have to check her schedule too. And you notice also, like, even as he's talking to you, and even as you're talking to him, if Chucklehead's not actively saying something, he's like muttering to himself and keeps like sort of losing his train of thought a little bit. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna have you roll a persuasion check. And you have advantage.
Advantage.
Do you roll a 20?
No, think the opposite of that.
Oh,
for
no.
one of them. And then the other one is a 7. I do have +8.
Okay.
So that's 15. And I'm gonna use my beautiful necklace to add a D4 to that as well.
Okay.
Because it seems like a pretty good idea right now. Because that rolled like shit.
Wow.
And
You
that's a
also might have
+4.
Okay.
You also might have a student die for persuasion too.
I
Oh
fucking...
yeah, remember those things that
Remember
we
those things?
Yeah, you
That I
remember
was
those?
terrible at keeping track of.
I think I also have one of those. Okay, so that's a
Mm.
19.
Okay.
Why not? I'll use a student die. And that's a 6. So that's a 25 from a 7, friends. Woo!
There you go. And that's what we call using resources wisely.
Mhm.
When you remember you have them. I fucking forgot about them.
I always
Yeah.
forget about my fucking necklace. I could use that on pretty much anything. Fuck.
Yeah, it's good. You guys just have so much stuff. So much stuff you can do. It's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
We're fancy.
Chucklehead, I think, just for a second as you ask this of him, kind of, there's like a moment of like clarity, a moment of like focus, as his little the eyes that are sort of hollowed out kind of focus in on you. Yeah, it's kind of early, but I think you're right. I think she'd want to know about this for sure. And I mean, she's definitely gonna want to meet the people who actually freaking caught the kid. How'd you do it anyway?
You know?
where there's a will, there's a way.
Uh,
I'm a god.
oh,
She is a god also.
oh,
That's how-
that's
From where
helpful.
we are.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, that's helpful. That's helpful. All right, all right. I tell you what. Why don't you wait here? And I'll go make sure the morning meeting schedule has room for you. And I'll come back. We'll get you guys situated in the parlor, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
All right, all right. I'll be right back. He turns on his heel and kind of shuffles away into.
All right,
into-
who's going invisible and following him?
I have a cupcake.
Do it.
Oh,
Forgot about the
okay.
cupcake.
Ow.
You eat the cupcake, and you're now under the invisibility spell.
See you soon. If you get the opportunity to wake her up, take it.
Will do.
Okay. So Chucklehead shuffles away. Willoughby turn invisible, and they leave the rest of you in the goblin market.
I have a logistical question.
Yes.
Stealth is at a disadvantage when I'm wearing my armor.
Yes.
However, if I have doffed my armor because it's cast off armor, like
Mhm.
I just don't have any of the benefits of it, right? Like it's just
Of the
like
armor.
AC, all of that.
No, yeah, you have to be wearing it to get any of the benefits. So if you take it off, the stealth
Oh
disadvantage.
yeah, functionally, it literally is just you could just doff this as an action.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
So it's just like normal play. I wasn't sure if I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
it was like deactivated, activate. I don't know.
yeah, no, it functions like normal armor. So you have
Right.
to be wearing it. The benefit being it's easy to put on and off. So if you take it off, that stealth disadvantage goes away, but so does the armor class.
Hooray! I just can't get hit.
Okay, so you doff the armor.
Yeah.
Okay. So you follow Chucklehead. He kind of makes his way around Loomlurch a little bit. As you follow him, you can see these two. These are on the southernmost side. These two kind of rickety, like wooden bridges that are moving across just a little stream of running water. But he makes his way around and through the front door into the parlor. I'm gonna have you roll a stealth check. That'll be with advantage.
Oh boy, I do these normal now. Wow. I don't want that too. That's a 17.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you follow Chucklehead around. He goes across one of these bridges and then around and up the other one that leads into sort of the main building. And opens the front door. It's not locked, sort of a like a rounded top wooden door that is set into the end of this like rotting tree trunk. Opens it, makes his way in. You slip inside behind him, kind of keeping to the shadows a little bit just in case. And you find yourself along with Chucklehead in a little parlor. It is it's sort of nestled between these just the walls of like twisted roots that have like little gaps in them. You can kind of see outside a little bit, like through the gaps of the roots. There's a door on the other side that Chucklehead seems to be heading towards. And in the center of the room, there are these 4 armchairs. There's a small little table that looks like it's laid out for like tea service, a little teapot and cups and everything. And there's some other stuff in here. But I think the thing that catches your eye the most, Willoughby, is that there is someone sitting in one of these armchairs reading a book, and you recognize her.
Oompst.
It's Bavlorna.
Oh, but
And
Two for the
Chucklehead
price of one.
makes his way in, sort of nods to her. Miss Lorna, ma'am, excuse me, just making my way through. She just kind of waves him off and flips through the book she's reading.
fully slack on a jaw. How? Oh no, the Haringans.
Yeah.
Oh no. The
Dude, they
implication is
betrayed us,
upsetting.
Yeah.
Either they betrayed us or they got.
Or they got they're dead.
Yeah.
Well, I'll file that one away and worry about that later.
Okay. You continue to follow Chucklehead through this area. So he goes through the door that is across from you, which opens up into a much larger room. It looks like, as you kind of slip through the doors, he closes it behind him. It's a large workshop, essentially, that is behind the parlor. So you walk in, you have the parlor, and behind it, stretched out, is this large workshop. You guys can see it on the map. It's that large room with sort of the tables and stuff in it. There are like lanterns flickering in here, and there's this there are some bells and chimes that are hanging around that are producing this soft just kind of like ambient music, really, so it's just not like completely silent in here. There are toy parts everywhere, just piles of them on tables. There's doll heads and half-built rocking horses, and like balls that haven't been painted yet, and like the limbs of like stuffed toys, just like pieces that have not been put together yet. Let's see, anything else interesting in here aside from... Nope. So there are 3 young children in here that are gathered around one of the wooden work tables. The eldest of them, who is a drow boy, probably like 8 years old, is sort of up on the table, like doing a little dance, like trying to make the other 2 laugh. But as soon as Chucklehead comes into the room, he kind of like hops off the table, and they all just kind of scatter. Chucklehead kind of looks around the room, looks at them, and just kind of like, hey, keep it down. You kids are gonna get in trouble. They're like, sorry, Chucklehead. It's like, no, don't say sorry. Just come on. You know how it is around here. And then he goes to the wall where there is essentially like a calendar up on it, kind of flips through it, looks a little bit, kind of finds what he's looking for, and then goes over to the table where the kids are and is like, you guys okay? Do we eat breakfast and everything? Yeah, Chucklehead. All right. We're having visitors today, okay? So, you guys know what to do, right? They all kind of nod. All right. Ruffles the drow boy's hair. All right. Good kids. Behave. Those rocking horses aren't going to make themselves. He starts to make his way back out of the room, back through the parlor.
And do I get a sense at the entrance to wherever Granny Nightshade hangs her hat is through the parlor?
Essentially, it would have to be. So there's the front door and there's the parlor, and everything is sort of like very long. Like, there's not a lot of branching off to the sides. So to get anywhere like upstairs in any of the trees, you'd probably just have to keep going in until you found stairs.
It's a Chicago apartment. It's just straight back. Got it.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, now I really want deep dish. Okay, onward, Willoughby. Time to let your wander feet wander.
And keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. So from the workshop, this is actually the room where you can see out those large windows on one side out into the Goblin Market. You can see your friends out there. You continue on. There's one door that seems to
realizes he's invisible.
Yeah, you guys don't see Willoughby waving through the window. There is, on the other side of the room, windows and a door that look outside. You can kind of see it overlooks like a garden that's out there that's growing these various plants and stuff. But yeah, you have to keep going back, essentially, through the next door. You open it very quietly. See if anybody notices. Throw my dice on the ground. That's terrible. That's also terrible. Okay. You open the next door very quietly, just enough so you can kind of slip through. And you see the older kid that's in the room, the drow boy, sort of look towards the door a little bit. Kind of shakes his head. Goes back to painting whatever he was painting. As you slip into the circular room that's on the other side of this door. So you slip in. In this room, it's circular, so you can imagine that you're probably in the first of those 3 trees that are growing up like towers. There is a staircase in this room that kind of goes around the inner wall and kind of spirals up to whatever's on the next floor. In this room, there are 10 of these brightly painted, they're almost like doll houses, like these little structures that are just sort of lining the walls. Each of these small houses has a door. It's about 3 feet tall. 4 of them are open. 6 of them are closed. And there are stairs going up. And then, as always, there's a door on the other side of the room, continuing to go back the direction you were going.
And there's no indication of what could be behind any of these doors.
Nope. You imagine if there's anything in there, it would have to fit through a door that's only 3 feet tall.
Kids' rooms, maybe?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Well, didn't we know too? She's got little mechanical laborers, right?
Oh,
Oh yeah, the tin soldiers.
yeah. I'm gonna keep going.
Have we seen any tin soldiers yet?
Mm-mm. Not yet. All right.
I see a little funny guy on the map.
Isn't he cute? His little face? His mustache? And you want to go up or you want to go through?
Up.
Okay. You pop up the stairs. And as you pop up the stairs, you can kind of see, well, you hear him before you see him, but you hear like clanking footsteps on the wood. You kind of look up, I imagine, without maybe going all the way up, just in case, even though you are invisible. And you see what essentially looks like bunks. It's like a little dormitory. They're kind of this room's kind of like nestled in the boughs of this tree. There are several windows. They're kind of open. You can see out. It overlooks a balcony, but there are 10 kid-sized bunks in here. There are a couple of kids in here. One of them is laying in bed and actually looks sick. He's coughing. He's kind of drenched in sweat, like he's got a fever. There's another kid that's a little bit older than him, kind of sitting there with him, like giving him water to drink and everything. And there are a couple of these tin soldiers. They're essentially little animated tin soldiers in this room, kind of monitoring what's going on. And you can see, I think you can see out the windows from here as well. So you can look across and you can see another one of these trees and then another one behind it, where there are also rooms. And I think you're kind of getting the scale of this place a little bit.
Yeah. I have a rules question.
Sure.
Invisibility only ends when either I attack or cast a spell.
Or if it's dispelled for some reason.
Yeah. So lay on hands is not a spell, it's a feature.
Technically.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
How easy is it to get to the sick kid?
It's not a big room. You would essentially just have to wait for one of the tin soldiers to move out of the way, and you could skirt around the side. The bunks are just kind of all, again, it's round, so the bunks are just kind of like lining the walls.
Okay. Yeah, I think Willoughby, before he leaves this area and continues searching, definitely I want to try and sneak over there and use 5 HP to cure a disease or neutralize a poison.
It does neutralize a poison?
It does, yeah. If I can either, as an action, you can touch a creature to restore any number of HP remaining in the pool, of like my pool of lay on hands, or 5 HP to either cure a disease or neutralize a poison affecting.
Gotcha. So you spend the 5. Okay. So yeah, you spend the 5, and you make your way over there. Lay a little hand on his shoulder. The kid jumps a little bit. There's that soft kind of glow as the lay on hands takes effect, and he sits like bolt upright and like shakes his head. And you can see already like some of the color coming back into his face, and the other one is like, what the heck? And they start like talking amongst themselves, like, what's going on? I feel so much better. What did you do? Well, I didn't do anything. What did you do?
Willoughby scurries off, proud.
Right, you scurry off. There's really not that many other places to go up here. One of these doors sort of goes out into there's one more room on this floor. You can kind of pop the door open very quietly. It is what looks like a sewing room that's been set up. You can see there are a few other kids in here that are working on sort of sewing. Can you make me either a perception or an investigation check?
Perception, please. Advantage. That is a 15.
Okay. Willoughby, something catches your eye in the corner of the room. First, because it's very shiny, and then second, because the thing sitting next to it looks very familiar to you. Sitting sort of propped up in the corner of this room, which is just sort of covered in fabrics of all different patterns and pieces of dolls and stuffing and all sorts of things amongst these kids that are working at these sewing machines. Something shiny catches your eye, and laying sort of crookedly on the edge of one of these tables near the corner is what looks like a horn. like a unicorn horn. What you guys know is also called an alicorn. And next to it, propped up in the corner, and even though it's rolled up, you recognize its distinct pattern, is carpet.
Oh shit!
And then Willoughby looks around to make sure nobody heard him say that.
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. I'll put a copper in the swear jar later, but the group's gonna want to see this.
Yeah, I'd like to. So there's nobody in this room that I can see.
There's a couple of kids that
okay.
are around, kind of working on some
Oh,
sewing projects.
I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the sewing room.
Mhm.
Okay. Ooh, oh boy. Save this for later. I think save this for later. Yeah. I don't want to give myself away even to well-meaning children. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only other door out of here goes out onto a balcony, kind of overlooks this garden. But you can continue on. You go back down. You continue to go deeper and deeper into Loom Lurch. And as you do, I'm gonna go back to your friends that are outside for a moment. So you all wait. After a few minutes, Chucklehead makes his way back around and says, "Alrighty, we got room. So we've already got a visitor in the parlor, but if you're okay with sharing the space, she shouldn't be in there for that long anyway. So you guys can follow me inside if you like."
What sort of guest?
It's Granny Nightshade's sisters. They come in from time to time. So yeah.
Oh.
She has sisters?
Yeah. 2, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Which sister is it that's here?
Oh, it's shoot, I can't ever remember. I think is she the middle one? She's the middle one. It's Lorna. I mean, you guys aren't from here. You probably don't know her.
Yeah, no.
Nope, never heard of her.
We're new in town.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but I mean, she shouldn't be in your way. She's just here to, check out the library and everything. Come visit a little bit.
Oh, family coming to visit is a very big thing, no matter how typical that is. We don't want to disturb a family get-together or anything. So
she'll be here for a while.
Wait. No, that's fine. Again, we can hold on to our church here, and we could come back. Will she still be here tomorrow or something? Or
I mean, she usually doesn't stay for that long when she's here.
Okay.
Between you and me, they don't really get along. But
I get that. Family is family, but
I'm gonna drop the the enhanceability.
Okay.
So I can detect thoughts and telepathically communicate. And with the people here and say, I mean, this sounds like a great opportunity to take out like 2 birds with 1 stone.
Are you crazy? We're gonna have to fight 2 hags at the same time?
Yeah, we got
But
that.
there's also one hag.
We kicked their ass last time.
But it's also a hag that has a legit grudge against us.
If we
She
don't
will
do
not
this,
be fucking around.
If we don't do this now, there's the more chance that if they talk to each other, she tells them who we are, like it's gonna make it more complicated for us. I say we go in, element of surprise, we walk in like, hey, Lorna, long time no see.
And maybe if we start the fight with Bavlorna, it will make it
Like
so that Willoughby
endear
can be
us?
well, no, I mean maybe, but just it'll like get Lily Granny Nightshade up and we'll take care of Bavlorna, and then Granny Nightshade will come in and like won't be able to see Willoughby, like depending on where he is in the thingy. I don't, that would be very perfect timing, but at least we could take out one and then the other. We might not have to fight them both at the same time if we get rid of Bavlorna, and then immediately after, what's her name, comes barreling through.
DJ Nightshade.
Yes.
I think we got this. We got the Witherstones, we run around, she can't do spells, kick her ass. Second time, round 2.
And maybe her ego's bruised and she won't even try to fight us. She'll just be like, you know what, I'll go.
I highly doubt that. Believe me, I have a lot of very old women in my family back in Kaladesh who hold a grudge. So
You are an expert in grudges.
Even more
do
important
not count on it.
that we deal with her now and find out how and why she is here.
Yeah, that is kind of something we should
Oh
address.
no, the Harrigans.
Like, did the Harringans get jacked, or did they betray us?
She might have just disappeared. She tried to do that to us.
Either way, yeah. We just need to find out to make sure. And this time we can just kill her.
I like that we're having like this silent in the head conversation, like while
Yeah.
Well, just like,
exchanging
kinda looking
meaningful
at each other like,
glances.
what do you think?
Chucklehead is full on like muttering to himself again, like he's not talking what's going on at all.
And I
Okay.
missed. Is Willoughby back?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, you missed some stuff.
I saw in the chat something about my carpet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, we don't know that yet.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
You don't know what
Um,
Willoughby found. He's found all sorts of interesting
I
things.
need my baby.
Okay, well, if you really don't think it would bother the sisters to have non-family visitors during a family meeting,
Then sure, yes, let's do it.
No, well, that was a quick turnaround. All right.
We've known each other for a really long time. You know, you can kind of look at each other and have that conversation. You know,
Oh,
how it was.
yeah. My little cousin's like that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, come on. Bring me a prisoner. That feels weird to say. God,
about a child, yeah, I know.
come on, Will.
But like,
Will's
if he's running out under contract, then
Will's like, what's up, Chucklehead? You chuckle fuck. Alright, let's go into the parlor, all of you. And he takes you back around, down across one bridge and around across another, the other direction, through the front door, and into the parlor of Loom Lurch. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Let's buck her up.
As you make your way into, once again, the Lion's Den. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us so far. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be back in just a quick few minutes. So stick around to see what happens next. We'll see you soon. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us during our break. We are refreshed and ready to continue on. So, as Willoughby invisibly explores the bowels of Loomlurch, the rest of you, with Will of the Feywild in tow, make your way into the parlor. Chucklehead leading you inside. The room is empty. And he gestures to the chairs. We're sitting around this central table that's ready for tea service. He says, so, make yourselves at home, have a seat, all that good stuff. Try not to break anything. Looks pointedly at Will. And I'll go make some tea. Do you guys have tea preferences? I got pretty much everything, so.
think trying not to speak, so maybe Bavlorna won't raise her head. Maybe she'll just keep reading.
Oh, she's not in here.
Yeah, she's not in here right now.
Oh shit.
You know, something caffeinated. I think.
Maybe
Just
an
another
Earl
thing.
Grey.
Peppermint if you got it.
Can do. All right. I'll be back shortly. Hopefully with Boss Lady in tow. We will see. He turns around, goes through the other door across the room, and disappears behind it.
Can I send a message to Willoughby? Would Willoughby with it be within 120 feet?
Ooh, within 120 feet. Let me look.
Just want to update Willoughby on what's going on.
Ooh. Ooh, I think you can just... So the squares on this map are 10 feet. I
Okay.
think... 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 10. I think you can catch him just as he's leaving that first circular room.
Okay.
So yes.
Then yeah, I send a message with Willoughby. Are you all right? Go for law.
Is message we can freely communicate? Like I don't
Yeah,
have to count
it's-
words.
Well, it's a cantrip, so I can just keep doing it.
Yeah.
But it
Oh, okay,
is,
got it.
I'm not gonna belabor the point too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess you guys are in.
We're in the study or in the parlor right now.
With Lorna?
No, she's not in here, but we did hear that she was here. Have you seen her?
Oh yeah. Oh boy. Okay.
So we got the loose Lorna around here.
Yeah, and I still haven't found.
That's what they called her in high school. Ayo!
Hey! Get her ass.
Willoughby says, "High five, Giselle, for that."
We do not slut shame. We are very sex positive here. It's just sorry.
No, she started the
Yeah, Sereia's in this group.
She called herself that.
Yeah, she called herself that.
Self-proclaimed.
Because she's super flexible.
Yeah.
Right, they call her Slackjaw.
Ayo!
Do you want to head back this way? We're kind of worried things are gonna probably pop off.
Yeah, I mean, I still haven't found Granny Nightshade. So I don't know if the invisibility plan is gonna work.
Okay. Supposedly, Chucklehead is going to get her to bring her back to us right now. So,
Jeez. Okay, maybe she's awake. I'll go try to find Chucklehead.
Giselle is sort of pantomiming something to me right now.
Okay,
That's
how
Sid.
many words is it? What does it sound
I'm
like?
not sure.
It's Sid. Sid is doing that to Rob to tell us about the horn and the carpet. But
Oh
Okay.
well, yeah.
We're going to be.
I figured we would maybe not die to hags, and then I would
And
worry
then,
about that. But
yeah.
sure.
Just get back here safely. And if you see them on the way, just be careful.
Okay, will do. I have a fun surprise for you later.
Is there another hag here?
No, that would be an awful surprise.
Okay,
Why
just
would I
making-
do that?
I don't know. You're in your prank era. I'm not sure if if you're being sarcastic or not.
What do you call a cross between a question or
Was it? Stalling.
Willoughby opens his joke book.
Yeah, stalling.
Excuse me. Hold
You
on.
can't read it because you're
It's
invisible.
invisible. Yeah, it's invisible, so I can't read it.
Oh gosh. Okay. What do
Willoughby
you
comes
call,
out invisible to
what do
read it, and then Lorna walks around the corner.
Law, what do you get when you combine a rhetorical question and a joke?
What?
You don't get any response.
God damn it.
That's good.
That is good.
Okay,
Ah.
what's the plan?
What do you call a brown noser with no depth perception? A shithead.
Yeah. I was like getting there. I was like, okay, let's think. Awesome. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I'm gonna be trying to find Chucklehead and follow him.
Okay.
Can I help Willoughby do that? Because we saw the way that Chucklehead was going.
You can try. From the parlor, there's really only one way to go.
I mean,
There's the front door you came in, and then there's the door going.
And he was just going back
Yeah.
that way. Okay. I mean, that's what I'll just tell Willoughby just was heading that direction.
Yeah, so Willoughby, I mean, he's headed straight for you. There's only one way to go unless you go up, so yeah, let's see where everything is. Where are we at? 13. Okay, excellent. So, Willoughby, you have come back down the stairs, out of the sewing room, back down into this room with all the little houses around it. And about that time, you see Chucklehead open the door that you came out of, go across the room, through another door, and go deeper into Loom Lurch. You follow?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Trying so hard not to get caught, but also I'm gonna try really hard to jump in front of him and be seen first.
Okay.
So close enough to do that.
This is gonna be interesting. All right. So you follow Chucklehead through this next door. Again, you were just in that first circular room, moving into what is a narrow hallway. Chucklehead continues on down. You see a couple of doors on either side. They look like it's probably storage closets or something. He continues on through that next door into the second circular room. You can imagine you're in that second tree, the one that was in the center of the three trees that are sort of acting like towers. Chucklehead walks into this room. There's nobody else in here as he walks through, but there again is one of these staircases spiraling up to a second floor. There's also, again, another door across from you as you just continue to go back. There's another door to the side that looks like it goes outside. It's going to be on the same side of the tree where the garden and everything was that you saw before. And Chucklehead stops briefly in this room and kind of looks around. This room is very dark. There's no real lighting in here except for one lantern. It's kind of hanging across by the door that Chucklehead's about to go through. The walls of this room are just this this very dense tangle of brambles and thorns, and they're taking up a lot of the room. And a lot of the walls, and kind of nestled among them, are these portraits. There are, I think there's 5 of them. There's 5 of
toward
them.
them like Super Mario 64.
And you can see them, and Chucklehead kind of stops in front of one of them, kind of looks up. So it gives you a moment to see them. There is one that is sort of above the other 4, and you can see some of these brambles have twisted into almost like rope kind of, but they've all kind of twisted together, and they're forming these lines that go from that top portrait down to the other 4, kind of like a family tree would. That portrait on top is of a hag, ancient looking and terrifying. The ones beneath them, one of them you recognize, it is a portrait of the toadish visage of Bavlorna. The two in the middle, you don't. There is a portrait of a hag with what looks like one of those wind-up keys in her back. She is missing an eye, and she's holding in one hand like a wooden eye. You can guess who she is. On the other side of her, there is a third hag who is just almost completely skeletal. Like, she has skin, but it is sunken, and you can see like the cheekbones and like the bones in her neck. And she's wearing this large dress, but it's less of I mean, it's huge. It's like a huge like sort of ball gown almost, but it is less of clothing and more of this like mechanical contraption with gears and sort of some metal arms coming off of it. And she has this veil that she usually wears that's kind of pushed aside. The fourth portrait that is underneath, it is sort of off to the side on one end. Just roll me something, like a history check or something like that. Like a history check. We'll call it a history check.
8.
8. Okay. This woman looks familiar to you, but you can't place where you've seen her face before. She looks very different in that she does not look like a hag, like your stereotypical hag. She is beautiful, svelte, these very nice clothes, sort of pale skin, dark brown hair that's kind of pulled up in this elegant knot, and she has this very like commanding presence, like chin up a little bit, and she is the only one that has sort of a vague smile on her face, and God, she looks familiar to you, but you can't place where you've seen her before. And you see Chucklehead has stopped in front of this portrait of this woman. This very, very beautiful, especially next to the sisters. And sort of looks up and is still kind of like muttering under his breath, just kind of sighs, kind of nods at the portrait a little bit, and then starts to make his way out of the room.
Yeah, I keep following.
Okay, you follow through the next door, which leads into finally the room Chucklehead was looking for, which is a kitchen. It is it's not a nice kitchen, I would say. One might call it squalid. There's
Better or worse than the one with vultures getting slaughtered?
I'll let you decide. It is carved out of the trunk again of this fallen oak. There's a large clay oven in the middle of the room. The room is just all the walls are covered in shelves, and those shelves are covered with like fungi and moldy cookbooks, like jars of pickled what looks like grubs. All kinds of stuff. There's animal skulls up there. The shelves are just full of stuff. And there is a large cauldron sitting atop this clay oven. And there is a young human girl. She's probably 9 or so. Human, freckles, brown hair. And you can see she's kind of humming to herself, and she's stirring whatever's in the cauldron. There's this like sickly sweet smell. And as Chucklehead walks in, he's like, do I smell potatoes? And she looks up and she smiles and she sees him. He walks over and kind of tousles her hair a little bit. Sorry, Mishka. We've got visitors today. You know what that means, right? She nods. He looks at the door across from where you came in and lowers his voice a little bit. Do you remember where I left the key? And she nods, and you can see as she like hops down to kind of speak quietly with him, she is shackled to the legs of one of these tables. She's like, yeah, today's the day, right? And he kind of pulls her in and gives her a little hug. Yeah, today's the day, kiddo. All right. We're gonna make some tea, right? She's like, and she nods, sort of goes about her business. Chucklehead actually goes to the door across from where you came in, and he knocks very loudly. And you can hear him call. He doesn't open the door, but he calls through it. He says, Granny, we've got visitors. They brought Will. So if you're up in there, I'm going to take him to the parlor. Just whenever you're ready, big day. And makes his way over and starts helping this little girl to make some tea.
Do I get the sense that Chucklehead's real cool to these kids?
Mm-hmm.
Do I get the sense that he's banking on us defeating Granny Nightshade?
You have heard him multiple times make very sure that these kids know that there are visitors in the house.
Yeah.
So I think it's not a far leap to make that assumption.
I'm fighting with whether or not I reveal myself right now.
It's up to you. You also know who's on the other side of that door.
I also know who's on the other side of that door. Is there a window in this room large enough for a Willoughby?
Yeah, let's see the kitchen. There are no windows. There is a third door. So if your back is to the door that you entered through, the door across from you is the one that Chucklehead was knocking on to try to get Granny Nightshade's attention. There's a door to your right that looks like it probably goes outside. There is also in the opposite corner of the room on the same wall as that door that leads outside, there's a trap door set into the floor. No windows.
I think I'm gonna take a chance here.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go up to the two of them, or near the two of them, and I think I'm going to willingly uninvisible myself?
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna like, please don't scream, please don't scream, please don't alert her.
You see Chucklehead sort of whips around, sees you, takes a second, realizes he's seen you before, and then kind of grabs the little girl and is like, she's like, shh, 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 shh.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing in here?
I am here with my friends to rescue these kids. I can see that you want them to be safe too. I mean, if you need proof, there was a child sick in bed upstairs, and I healed them, and my friends were getting information from you because we needed a way to get in, and I'm here so that I can take advantage of the fact that if I'm the first person she sees, we at least have a leg up in this fight. I don't really have a ton of time to explain, but I heard you talking about today being the day, and if it's the same day that I think it is, then we're the people that are going to help these kids out.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, I already do those with
You
advantage.
do those with advantage.
Is that 21?
Okay. Okay.
I was all
Uh,
jokes before, but I am deadly serious right now. Although I do have a couple of good jokes if you want to hear them later.
I don't really think now's the time, buddy, but later,
No,
later,
definitely
definitely.
later. Definitely later.
He takes his hand off of the little girl's mouth. Did he? I don't remember if he referred to her by name or
Mishka.
not. Mishka, yeah, is her
Yeah.
is her name. Takes his hand off Mishka's mouth and kind of claps her on the shoulder. All right, today's the day.
Willoughby dons his armor. He like just slaps the buckles and it forms on him.
Pavlona's not in the study or in the parlor anymore. She's back in the study. She's been hiding out here for a couple of days. Mostly she stays in there and picks through Granny's books. I don't know, looking for weird spells and stuff, so... They're in close proximity right now. Your friends are in the parlor.
Yeah. So Bavlorna is not with Granny right now.
She'll be one room over. That door, and he points to the one he was knocking on, goes straight into Granny's bedroom. There's a door behind that goes into her study. Her big library's in there. That's where Bavlorna's gonna be.
Has Granny seen anybody today yet?
I don't think so. I think she's still asleep.
Perfect. Give me the key. I'll be there when she wakes up.
Okay. He looks down at Mishka, and Mishka goes like into one of the cabinets, almost like climbing into it. She's like so far back and is like moving jars and stuff around, and then reaches her arm way down into one of them, pulls out a key, unlocks her ankle from the shackle, and then hands it to you. I'm trusting you with this.
I won't let you down, Mishka.
All right. Let's do
I'll
this.
take the key. And yeah. Oh, brother. Yep. I'm going to go unlock the door.
Okay. You unlock the door. Chucklehead.
Try and be quiet
Okay.
so that it doesn't like totally alert her and hopefully doesn't piss her off.
Can I have you make a stealth check?
Yeah, armor's back on. So
This
that's
is like Willoughby's big day out.
I know, honestly. That 17 would have been sick, but I'll take the 12. 16?
16.
Not bad. Like
That's pretty good, all
pretty
things
solid.
considered.
It's not bad.
You said 16?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Sure thing. That's a good number. I like it. Okay.
Thank you, I rolled it.
I like it. Okay, so you unlock the door. And then let's see. We're justifying.
Pretty much just trying to do that thing where you like you don't want to wake up somebody who's
Yeah.
sleeping, and so you just sort of like open the door no wider than you need it to, and
Just
sort of
enough. Which for
like
Willoughby's
slink
not very
in
far.
and yeah.
You
then-
see, as you're doing this, this is how we'll justify this because that was high. So Willoughby, you clank a little bit, but you're not making a lot of noise. You see Mishka kind of scamper over to the door, and she puts her hand on like the top of the like the bottom door hinge and like presses really hard. It squeaks. And you open the door just enough, sneak in, shut it behind you, and you find yourself in a bedroom. Contrary to the last hag's bedroom you were in, it's very orderly in here. There is a bed to one side. It's got a patchwork quilt on it, but it is very nicely laid and sort of folded back like the bed is made. There's a dresser on one side that has all of these little like ornamental pigs, little different figurines sort of like in a very neat line across them. The only thing that sort of goes against the orderliness and the tidiness of this room is a dollhouse that is sitting on the bedside table. It is decaying. There are like the paint and the patterns and stuff are starting to peel. The little like dollhouse front door is kind of hanging on one hinge a little bit. It is starting to rot in some places. Yeah, there is also what else in here? There is also a staircase that goes up again. Make me a perception check.
That is a nat 20.
Okay.
19 for Willoughby.
Oh, okay. Willoughby, there's no one in the bed. There's no one puttering around the room. The room, for your purposes, for a moment, seems empty. Until the dollhouse draws your eye and you hear just very slightly the sounds of someone puttering around inside it.
Willoughby's gonna go take a look at the dollhouse.
You
Sword ready.
take a look, sword ready,
Palms sweaty.
knees weak.
Knees
spaghetti.
weak and
Wings
palms
spaghetti.
spaghetti.
You make your way quietly over to the dollhouse. You look inside the top floor. You don't see anything. There's about 3 floors to it. The middle floor, you peek in one of the windows, and inside a bedroom in the dollhouse, you see a figure, doll-sized, moving around inside. She is old. I mean, an ancient sort of crone of a woman. Sort of a patchwork dress that she is wearing, just kind of puttering around, making the little doll bed. And you see as she has her back to you, a wind-up key sticking out of it.
The same wind-up key that was in the person's hair.
The very same.
Hey. Willoughby's gonna I kind of want to make a sound that makes her look out the window, but not like tapping on, like I don't want to tap on the window. I don't want to give away that like potentially there's somebody right there.
Okay.
I am trying to get her to look in my direction
Without
and
tapping on the window.
not see me. Like, so maybe if there's something on a shelf in the general vicinity, just knock something over.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I mean she's got a few shelves of stuff. She's got stuff sitting on her dresser nearby. Let's see, you go over to one of the little pig statuettes and just
Like a cat, just
knock it off. It hits the wooden floor and shatters. And you see from within the dollhouse the small woman's head whip around, look through the window, make eye contact with you, and then walks up to the window, looks out it, sees the broken figurine on the ground, kind of putters down the dollhouse stairs to the front door, swings the front door of the dollhouse open and steps out. And then you see her sort of tap herself kind of just like on the shoulder, kind of her chest area, and mutter something. You can't hear, it's very small little voice. And there's a popping sound, and she grows to human size. She putters over
like
to the
downsizing.
statuette, picks up the broken pieces and looks at it, sets them on the dresser, straightens her dress, and then she walks over to the stairs and calls up them. She does not seem to know that you're in the room.
Who's she calling to?
She calls up the stairs. Lorna, I've got visitors. I expect you to behave yourself. And by behave yourself, I mean keep your ugly mug upstairs. And you hear Lorna from the top. Yeah, all right, you ugly bitch.
Classic.
And
How did she know this is the conversations that I have with my sisters all the time?
She kind of straightens herself. And again, she's extremely old. She moves very slowly. Kind of just putters through, opens her bedroom door. I thought I locked that. Well, Scabatha, you're getting old. It's about damn time. And you can see the key in her back, the wind-up key, has started to spin. And it kind of continues to spin at a pretty decent pace. And she walks her way out. Good morning, Chucklehead. Good morning, Mishka. I see you are already making tea for our visitors. Very good, very good. Wonderful children.
Willoughby gives a thumbs up with one hand and a shush symbol with the other.
Chucklehead turns around, kind of clocks you, sees that nothing's going wrong, goes back to the tea. Oh yeah, Granny. We got everything made right here. I made a couple of different kinds, just in case. Need a little caffeine this early in the morning. Am I right? She's like, yes, I'll take it. Now, just pats him on his apple head. Good boy. Now, watch the children and make sure they don't make too much noise in that workshop. They've taken to dancing again. Ugh. Scraping on the wood drives me batty. Yeah. All right. She takes the tray of tea from him and she begins to make her way back through Loomlurch towards the parlor. What the rest of you have been in this parlor by yourselves for a few minutes. What are you up to?
Giselle walks over to Damian. I feel like this might be a good idea. So, picks up her Staff of the Magi and casts protection from evil and good. So
Okay.
you creatures of the aberration celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. So fae being kind of important. They have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. You can also not be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Nice. Okay.
You got this.
Anything else?
Damian is just kind of looking around the room, looking for any other escape routes outside of the way that we came in and the way Chucklehead left the room.
Those are the only two doors.
Okay. And how high are the ceilings here?
Oh, let's see. The ceilings in Loomlurch. 8 feet.
Okay.
About 8 feet high.
Will, do you want to stay here or do you want to bail now?
Oh man. I mean, I guess it depends on what you want me to do.
You could start getting the kids out.
Yeah, I could go outside, go around through the garden, get in
Sure.
through the kitchen, start herding them outside.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right, I better go now then.
I'm going to make a replacement for Will.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Summon Construct at 5th level.
Okay. What'd that do?
You call forth the spirit of a construct and manifests in an unoccupied space you can see within range. It uses a special stat block. I get to choose whether it's made of clay, metal, or stone. It resembles a golem or a Muldra, your choice. I just generally want something kind of human shaped, and I'm going to put the cloak over it.
Okay. So it doesn't look like Will.
It doesn't. No. It's
Okay.
well. I don't think I have. The spell doesn't say. I'm assuming that it's going to look like a robot and not
Yeah.
like an actual person.
Okay.
But at least going to do that. Like put it over, and so it's like because it's a medium size. So I assume
Okay.
Will is about medium size.
Yeah.
So I can do about the same. But it'll last for an hour, and it'll be super helpful in a fight. So I'm gonna do that. It is
Okay.
concentration.
Just checking something.
Sereia's gonna cast Mage Armor on herself, and Giselle is my squishiest friend, right? I would know that.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Sereia's going to go to Giselle and be like, what you did for Damian was a good idea. And think I have something that might help you, just in case, what happened with Morgasport. Murgatroyd, whatever his name was. I can't remember.
Right. Murgatroyd.
That guy, yeah.
Murgaxor.
Happens. Yeah, Murgaxor. Happens again, because that was really traumatic. And she'll cast Death Ward on Giselle.
Oh, I love that spell.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you have protection from death. First time you would drop to 0 hit points as a result of taking damage. The target instead drops to 1 hit point until the spell ends. And if there's an instantaneous kill thing that gets that effect, just negates the spell, negates it. So.
Okay. So got an extra life.
Yeah. Extra life pops up in Giselle's little HUD.
Got a little green.
They,
a little
they
extra
say
green
I
issue.
have 9, but I really don't want to test it. So,
Got 1 extra.
Gotta protect my squishiest friend.
Okay.
Thank you.
Write this shit down because we're coming up very quickly on time, and I don't know that we'll get through combat today. Which is fine. It means we can open with it dramatically next time. If there's combat.
You never know.
You never know. So yes, protection from evil and good on Damian, Mage Armor on Sereia, Death Ward on Giselle. Anything else? We've got a fake Will in the room.
Willoughby is trailing the lady with the tea tray.
I'm going to I was debating casting a couple more non-concentration spells.
Sure.
I'm going to cast. Who's in the room? It's everyone except for
Willoughby. And Will's about to leave, but he's still in there with you.
I'm assuming what's everybody's maximum hit points?
75.
75, 87.
75.
Okay.
In the 70s and 80s. Willoughby probably has more than that.
How do I have so many hit points?
I didn't know if you wanted me to participate in that question.
I
but
can't do it for you.
When he
I think you have to
follower.
be in the room.
So I'm going to give the 3 of you aid at 4th level.
Okay.
So your hit points go up by 10. So it'd be 15.
Okay, so it raises your maximum,
Your max and current hit points go up by 15.
which you can do in D&D Beyond.
So it's not temporary, it's just on there.
It's not temporary hit points. It is increasing your max.
So we could go to, it's like max HP modifier.
Yes, yeah,
what
you
I
can
usually
modify
do.
it, and then if you take a long rest or whatever, it'll ask you if you want to reset it back to.
Yeah.
It keeps track
Cool.
of what your actual max is,
Yeah.
which is nice.
So I'm gonna do that for them, and I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Will takes off the modified manacles, hands them back to you. Law looks around and gives a little salute. Give Willoughby my best, and I guess if you hear the roar of an Oni, know that things have gone wrong, but I've got them under control.
Okay.
See you on the
Take
other
good
side.
care.
He backflips out the door or something.
You would.
Does a little backflip. And
Yeah,
heads...
kick flips on his skateboard and
Yeah, he gets on his hoverboard.
rides out.
He rides out of the room. Shuts the door behind him. And goes
To do Will things.
wherever he is going to go. He has some ideas. He has some ideas, trust me. So yeah, about that time, the door opens. And for the first time, you're all seeing her. An old hag makes her way into the room carrying a tray of tea. Again, she is the most stereotypical crone hag that you can have. She's got a hooked nose. She's got warts on her face. She's extremely old. She's got gray hair. She is wearing a dress. It's a long sort of bell-shaped skirt with like multiple layers. You can see probably like a petticoat underneath. It's got a very high collar that kind of comes up almost like it's like supporting her head a little bit. And she has this very large wind-up key sticking out of her back that is just sort of continuously turning. He brings the tray out, and you see Willoughby. She goes to shuffle into the room behind her before she turns around, kind of knocks the door shut. She doesn't seem to have any idea that he's there. You put your armor back on, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so fully suited up. Willoughby is just here. She doesn't seem to notice. She carries the tray in. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Chucklehead told me we had visitors. I've brought some tea. And she kind of sets it on the table in the middle of the room. Please make yourselves comfortable. I'm Granny Nightshade. What brings you to my home this morning?
You, actually.
Me? Well, that's flattering of you to say. What business do you have here in Loomlurch, my dear?
Taking care of some business.
Well, always a good thing to do first thing in the morning.
In this instance, I would say so.
Well, have some tea.
We
She
heard
s-
that
Looks
your-
around at everybody else.
She starts
We
to
heard
pour
that your
tea.
sister was here. Is she going to be joining us?
Did you now? Now, who told you that bit of business?
Well, I know, picked it up around town.
I see. Yes, yes. My younger sister. Well, they're all my younger sisters, but my younger sister, Pavlona, is here visiting for a bit. She's busy in the library. She's a bit bookish, if you know what I mean. So I doubt she'll be joining us.
What a disappointment.
That's
Oh.
unfortunate. We were looking to say hello again.
Oh, are you familiar?
Oh, very.
The key in Granny Nightshade's back continues to spin, but slows down. And how do you know my sister?
We sort of kicked her ass.
Let's say we kicked their ass a few days ago.
I punched her in the schnoz.
I
He
see.
deposed her from her own home.
Yes, she's quite cross about that bit of nasty business. Well, between you and me, I find it rather funny. Pavlona's always been in a bit of an ivory tower, so it's nice to see her knocked down a peg. She forgets she's not the eldest. Now, do you have actual business with me? Or are you just here to trash talk my sister, which I could do all day, but I have many things to attend to for the rest of the day, so if we could move this along.
I pull the undead cat out.
Ah, Mittens. You look a bit different than the last time I saw you. Being that when I last saw you, you were alive. Oh, well. No matter. Come here, my dear. She goes to take the cat from you. Takes
This is
it.
when the dynamite that I put inside the cat.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Absolutely not.
She pets the cat. It gives that sort of rattling, undead stuffed. Hops onto the table, starts sniffing at the tea. Now, Mittens, you know peppermint's not good for you, darling. Shoos him off the table. Hops down, goes to curl up in a corner. Well, that's one of my errands taken care of, then. Is this a peace offering or a threat?
We
Somewhere
didn't
in
kill the cat.
between.
I think your sister did.
Oh, well, no, anything that's taxidermied, I assume, came from her terrible house.
And I think it's a bit of both.
The key in her back slows a little bit more. It's just barely turning now.
I mean, reciprocity and all that. We brought your cat back. We'd like all the kids here to be let go.
Well, the rule of reciprocity states you will be given something of equal value. I'm not letting all of my wonderful grandchildren go just for Mittens. He's a wonderful
You
cat.
hear that, Mittens? You hear that? You hear how she appreciates you?
Don't like you very much, Mittens.
Mittens is asleep in the corner, snoring a little bit. I'll give you one of them for Mittens. The rest stay. Unless there are some other favors you'd like to do for me first. Then perhaps we can talk.
Your sister offered us the same thing, and we said no.
Well, my sister's also a bit of a bitch.
Seems like it runs in the family.
The key in her
Sorry,
back.
goes to step on Lost Foot, and then goes, never mind.
The key.
Deserved.
As you
Giselle just throws her hood up at this point.
Giselle throws her hood up as invisible. The key in Granny Nightshade's back, as you say that, stops turning completely. And whatever of her smile that was still in her eyes, all of that happiness just drains out. And you can see the sort of like malice in them. She looks at you. She looks at Sereia because Sereia looked like she was going to do something and then stopped. Giselle, you throw your hood up and she looks over and makes eye contact with you. Did you really think that bit of trickery was going to work on me? Do you know
No,
how
but you look pretty flammable.
long
Damian takes a
I'm doing
deep
this?
Damian takes a deep breath when Sereia says you look pretty flammable and just releases a gout of flame right out of her.
Okay. And that would be where we roll initiative, but I think we're going to do that next time.
No, let's just play an extra hour. Let's fight
Don't
her.
have an extra hour.
I had a
Oh.
one-liner, but flames are all the one-liner I think we need.
No, give it to us anyway. Give it to us anyway. I want to hear it.
Wait,
I
save
wanna
it.
hear it, I
We
wanna
can we can write it down.
save it for the
We can
start.
start
Yeah.
next time with
Yeah.
the one-liner. Ooh, you pissed her off.
Well, she's enslaving children. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, duh.
yeah.
She's violating several child labor laws, i.e., all
Real.
of them.
Yeah, she's a nasty little piece of work. So I'll give you guys this, since we do have a little bit of extra time. We are going to stop there today, because if we get into... I don't want to have to stop in the middle of combat. I'd rather do the whole combat since you definitely wanted it to be a combat going in and there was nothing I could do to stop you.
No.
Not that I want to. This module doesn't actually have that much combat in it. It's very player driven if combat's going to happen. And so if you guys are interested out there in a real roleplay heavy module, Witchlight's definitely the one for you. I can tell you guys this little bit of fun information now. I'm pretty sure you all clocked it, but Granny Nightshade's thing is that the key in her back gives away her mood. And the happier she is, the faster it turns.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it stops, she's done.
Pissed.
She's done.
She's mad.
Is Mishka the name of? I feel like that name sounds familiar.
Does it?
Was there a kid from the Witchlight Carnival we were looking for named Mishka?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
I
No,
don't
it was
remember
the
that
Displacer
happening.
Beast kitten. It was the clown's brother, and it was the high fly. The Bugbear's brother, yeah. And then wasn't he a clown though? No, the clown was an asshole. Never mind. The Bugbear's
Taco
brother,
is the
and
clown.
then yes, and then the high flyer, the acrobat.
Yes, the acrobats have gone missing.
Sister.
Yes,
Gotcha.
one of the acrobats has gone missing, and you found Star. Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's
Did
fine.
it.
She's all good. Yeah. And I think you guys put together the portrait thing too. It's not really a spoiler at this point, but I think you guys figured out.
I was just mouthing it the whole time.
could
But then we
Yeah.
can jump into them and go to different worlds.
Know who that portrait was of.
I didn't put it together.
We'll talk.
Okay.
I think I figured it out.
Some of
too.
your castmates
We talked
here
about it
think,
last time.
think they know who it is.
Yeah.
And
It was one of our theories off stream last time.
does lend
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. So maybe I did.
it
Never mind.
lends
Okay,
credence
we're on the same page.
to one of your many theories that you have about the world of this game, some of which may or may not be correct. I will tell you nothing.
I
Cool.
found the name of the acrobat. Her name was Glimmer.
Glamour. There we go.
I found it in my notes. It took me
Glimmer,
a while.
yes, Glimmer is missing. Glimmer and the brothers, the Bugbears are Hurley and Burley, and I don't remember.
Hurley and Burley. There
One
we
of
go.
them is missing.
I think it was
Yep.
Burley. I think we were talking to Hurley.
Yes, and then Star, and there was the halfling that you saved from going through the mirror.
Mm.
He's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all coming together. It's all. I think it gets to this point in the module, and stuff starts to make sense. You get about halfway through it, and suddenly it's like, oh, okay.
Yes, things are
Yes, makes
starting
sense.
to realize in my head of what's going on.
We'll get there. Anyway, let's do stars and wishes. I'm just talking since we had a little bit extra time.
Yeah.
You guys have any questions?
Yes. What is Granny Nightshade's AC? Does she have any vulnerabilities or immunities?
We know our biggest one.
Yeah, you
and
know our
Willoughby's
biggest
it right now.
Yeah.
You know our biggest one? Her art is so
I'm just-
fun.
I'm just wondering whether or not it's gonna still hold if he hits her. That's my.
That's
Yeah.
Is it like other like invisibility type spells?
I'm also really excited for Bavlorna to just show up.
Yeah, right.
She's
We're like
pissed.
we're
2 rounds into
alone.
this
and
Yeah.
alive. She's
I want to
alive.
fight. I said a
pissed.
while ago, one of my wishes is to fight all the hags at once.
And I told you that I could probably
I-
make that happen.
I feel like we're gonna end up fighting two at once, and
I
then
think
they're gonna
we
like
they're
end
gonna
up-
get away, and
they're
then
gonna
we're
get away, and they're gonna have to fight all three.
Yeah.
That
to Jan.
It can.
As long as
happen.
we don't have to also fight the fourth sister, because we're gonna fucking die.
No,
No,
we'll
we
be
got
super
this.
powerful at that point. We're murdering our way through this module. We'll be fine.
Even at level
I don't
20,
think you've
Play
done-
heavy module.
I don't
fact,
think
the
you've done a
sister
single
is-
murder.
No, but we are kind of just this is what happens when you're like level 12 going into a module that's typically designed for lower level characters. We're like,
Oh, yeah.
we can solve this through violence because we don't have 10 hit points.
We've been very good with not solving things through violence. This is like
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
second.
It's a very
thing we've
roleplay
solved.
heavy module, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. We've been on this side of the table, have been powering some things up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I've-
scared. We're in danger.
I've heard the
Danger.
cackling
In danger.
from his office.
I'm secretly a hag. Let's do stars and wishes.
Okay.
Who wants to go? You're all out of order, so just fucking go for it.
You're out of order.
I'll go
Objection.
This whole court's out of order.
because I think I'm in the first square this time. My star goes to Willoughby and just healing the kid. When that was great, that was such a Willoughby moment. That was like peak Willoughby right there. Like he didn't have to do it, but he did it, and he
had to do it.
But he had to do it, and he used up a resource that he could be using later on to heal that kid. And that's such a peak Willoughby moment, and I really, really, really like that.
That was
scene.
sweet.
It was.
It was so sweet.
You don't put a sick kid in front of me and expect me not to
Yeah.
heal him.
Yeah, as soon as you started going up there, I was like, oh,
Yeah, it was a really great Willoughby moment.
little guy.
My wish is I'm already gonna get to punch this hag in the schnoz. So I definitely want to see what the fallout for whatever Will is doing and how this will affect the combat that we're about to go into. I'm very curious to see what happens there, because like I don't know if we're gonna get an Oni suddenly showing up on the battlefield, or we're gonna get an army of children running into the room. I don't know. I'm just really curious to see whatever Will is doing will affect the combat we're about to go into. I really
Okay.
want to see that.
I can grant that very easily.
Then I'm
Because
here.
he has ideas.
Got plans.
Let's go.
Cool.
Little guy with big ideas.
Hell yeah. Well, sometimes he's a big guy.
Oh, yeah.
Very big blue guy.
Big blue guy. Thanks, Wally.
I can
Floor's
go.
open. Go for it.
My star goes to Willoughby and Damian for creating an entire apartment in Giselle's purse. Complete with marble like countertops and stuff. Like holy shit, her guns must be incredible. Which is enlightening considering that her strength is a 9. So I don't know.
Works out her glamour muscles.
Yeah. No, that was just bananas and silly and amazing, per usual. Thank you for that.
Got squirts in your purse.
Yeah. Oh, like a pinball machine, I think someone said. That was great. Made me happy.
Don't forget squirts in there.
Yeah,
A squirt is in
supposed
there.
to be helping us.
To get
Yes.
Wow.
Squirt.
The next hack,
Squirt agreed
yeah.
that if you could get them all topped off on boggle oil,
Right.
then they could help you get from thither to Yon, which would be your next
Gotcha.
destination. And he's in there just for, like advice and information and stuff. You guys just haven't needed it, so he's just chilling. Watching TV.
yes, because there's
Playing pinball.
at least a 65
He's got
inch
Squirt.
in there.
Squirt has made his way into the bottle with Rex, and they're watching TV
They're watching
Oh,
soap
they're watching their soaps.
together. Don't forget about Rex.
Yeah, we gotta let Rex out.
After this, it'll be 24 hours, right?
I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe we let him out mid-battle. Maybe he likes us enough and he'll help us out. I don't know.
That's an option. You
Time
did
is
want to
fair
burn this
game.
place down. And he is in a free tea.
And he kind of likes us.
He likes you more than most people.
Like that.
That's sort of my delineation for most people is I hate you. I like you more than most people.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Did you do a wish?
My wish.
My wish.
Nah, wait, bitch.
I have to say it again. I'm just putting it on the record. We're gonna go back to this fucking lake where we totally can't go. It's like It's like going to a really cool restaurant and being told there's like some VIP section or some like secret area you're not allowed to go to. And you can't tell me that because I'm going to research the hell of it and find out how I can go. So we're going to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to get us a reservation. It's going to be great.
Awesome.
That's me.
We can do that as well. I'm excited for you guys to actually get to the pool. It'll be fun. Thanks, Sid. Who else? Floor's open.
I'll do mine. My star is going to go to Giselle / Sid for the fight. Between Giselle and
She's
Law.
so mad.
So mad.
Giselle's a little passive aggressive if y'all haven't picked that up in
A
the
little.
many months you've
I don't
known
think
her.
There's a ton of passive in there.
Yeah,
I mean this in the best possible way. I love it when Giselle's pissed off.
yeah, it's funny, and that's why I haven't had Law apologize yet because it's too funny.
We need the humor.
Plus, I don't. This is kind of how they've always been, so I don't really see them as actually being mad at each other.
If anything, I imagine Law's like not taking this as seriously as they
No.
should because they bicker all the time.
Yeah. I mean, Law doesn't. I don't know if Law actually thinks Giselle's like actually mad. So, yeah. Until Giselle actually brings up, that's my wish. At some point, Giselle actually brings up what she's actually
The airing
upset
of
about.
grievances.
Yeah.
I like it.
The Festivus poll.
Piece of string.
Okay. Thanks, Val. Who hasn't gone?
I'll go. I haven't gone.
Rachel?
Mine's gonna go to Law / Val for a very specific moment in which we all realize that Law sees everybody as NPCs. The step on my foot if I mean to the NPCs was really funny when we all just kind of like, that explains a lot. That really cracked me up. And then my wish. I have a couple. But my
Okay.
main wish is I wanna go on an adventure in the woods with Damian to find whatever created those giant footprints. I can't wait for that. I think it's gonna be really silly and also probably scary. But like maybe we'll make a giant new friend. I don't know.
So
It
far,
could
you
go
guys
in
are
two
like
ways.
really doing well on making friends. You've made a
You're
lot of
really-
friends in Prismere.
What if it's a tiny person with just really big feet?
That's even better.
Like me.
That's hilarious. That'll be awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to go on an adventure in the woods with Damian. And my other wish is that we figure out how to make Damian feel like, because not all of us know. You only
No.
told Giselle that.
And Giselle's not going to tell anyone.
No, that
Probably not.
he's really one
Didn't
of us.
really think about it. Thought she handled it perfectly and it's not a problem anymore.
Giselle gave Damian protection from good and evil. Giselle marks that off on her checklist of like,
Exactly.
"Yep, I did it.
I did
Done.
it.
I've done
He
friendship.
included-
Evils of self-doubt. That's what I am protecting you from.
Giselle said self-doubt. I've never heard of her.
Who's
Who
that?
is
Nope.
she?
I don't know.
Who is she? I'll kick her ass.
Let me at her. Let me at her.
Yeah.
Take off
me.
17 earrings.
Oh yeah.
Hold my bulldog.
Thanks,
Your
Ray.
purse in a tree.
Oh,
Has your man not gone?
It was-
Rob,
Me.
you're all out of order. I can't keep track anymore.
my wish
out
is
of
that
order.
I can. How can I do every accent except for the accent of where I live? Like, it's so hard.
Accents are hard.
they
so
are.
weird.
What you got?
We we have 4 minutes, so 3 minutes. So a springboard to that. I haven't told this to anybody except for maybe Lana. That when I'm in a really loud bar in England, I try the accent when nobody can really hear me, so I fit in.
That's awesome.
Everybody's drunk and the music's too loud,
Yeah,
and
they
I
won't
sound
know.
vaguely British.
And they just assume you're from Manchester and it's great. So
Or that you're drunk.
yeah, or that I'm pissed. Absolutely. No. So
That's
my
really
star. Yeah, I'm like red in the face just saying that out loud.
That's awesome.
I love
though.
it.
It's
That's
so
so
funny.
great.
It's really fucking
Um,
relatable, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
man.
It's whack. My star goes to Rachel for it was like a blink and you miss it moment, but I love the bit of any time the the surface thought reading comes up, Sereia's just like, yes, that thing that everybody knew you could do, and I totally understood 100% of the time. It was like just such a cute moment. Like, god damn it, like so funny. So props to you for like committing to the bit. And my wish is that oh no, what was it? Oh no. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna tell Law spoilers. I'm not gonna tell Law right away about Carpet. My wish is for it to the moment to find itself. I'll know when it happens. My wish is to truly surprise Law.
We're gonna be leaving and heading to the next place, and Willoughby's gonna be like, "Oh no, the carpet."
No. I'm grabbing it after this
okay.
encounter, but I'm
Be right
not gonna
back.
tell you I have. I'll do a sweep of like, hey, I'm gonna make sure we got all the kids.
You just see Willoughby carrying a carpet down the hall, like
Oh, no.
Flies out of the top
oblivious.
floor.
I gotta have her sack easy.
There you
It's
go.
it's for the condo. The carpet's for the condo. Naturally.
Yeah, of course.
She had a
Yeah.
really nice rug in her bedroom. I'm just grabbing
It brings together the whole place.
Yeah.
True.
I love it. Anything else? All right. Well, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. We will be back 1 week from today to resolve this.
To
What's
kick
going
a
on
ass.
in
If
thither
it isn't the consequences of our own actions.
yeah, to try to beat a hag's ass round dose. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, we got some new followers today and some new friends. Hi, welcome. We're so glad you're here. Come hang out in our Discord. You can follow us on Mastodon. We also have a YouTube channel that serves as kind of our archive for all of our shows. So yeah, you can go watch every other episode of everything we've done there. Got tons of playlists, tons of videos stretching back to 2017. So yeah, we're glad you're here. If you want to catch up, they're all on YouTube for your enjoyment. Join us. It's our double stream Saturday. So join us after this at 5 o'clock Eastern time for the season and series finale of Saturday Night's Ward 47, our Parslings game. I'll be there. Sid will be there. Val runs it. And we got a couple of other buds that join us for that as well. RJ and Wings. And yeah, it's the finale of our cool deck builder that we've been playing for quite some time. And we'll talk about what we're doing after that as well. Our new game that's going to be taking up that slot. So coming out with us 5 o'clock Eastern time, and then throughout the week we stream several times. We have streams every other Tuesday, and we will also have streams on Monday nights where we play Dragon Age. We usually play Thursdays. Thursdays is on a bit of a hiatus, but we'll be back very soon, where we play Good Society with other stuff added into it. We love it very much. So yeah, coming out with us this afternoon. Anything else before we say goodbye? Alrighty.
Nope.
We will see you soon. And until then, good game. And just beat a hag's ass. Internet. It's time.